Hey everyone, it's Aim to share from the 7 minutes once small, bring you a 1 vs 1 replay of Spring 1944 on the Cooper Hill map. So yeah, we'll be having Felix Cat on the right versus Hoko Moko on the left. Interesting. And yeah, now they're just choosing their positions. Just have a look at the whoops. There we go, metal spots and all that. So yeah, this is basically in the case where resources would normally be mined. Basically it shows where the flags will be placed for our game here. So yes, certainly a very small map indeed. From what I can see it seems to be actually hang on, let's just see if we whoops. There we go, got good old Total War style camera there. Which still zooms in rather slowly and all that, so well, screw it. So yeah, as you can see we've got quite the hill. From what I can see it's mostly going to be an infantry map given how steep the hill is. And it looks like there's only just one path at the top for vehicles to come in from one side to the other. So that should be interesting indeed. So yeah, given the hilly terrain and all that, the fact that those vehicles can be ambushed by anti-tank infantry, that's interesting. I thought Felix was meant to be spawning on the right. But anyway, so yeah, given that fact, yeah, I'll most likely just be seeing infantry in this map. So yeah, apparently this game is going to feature a few bugs that are present in the game, which is rather unfortunate. What can you do? But yeah, apparently there's going to be various territorial swings and all that happening as well, so hopefully it should be alright. So finally Hoko Moko has chosen his side, and there we go, finally they've spawned in. They certainly took their time. So yeah, Hoko Moko is going to be playing as UK, and yeah, it looks like Felix is going to be playing as the USA. So interesting matchup indeed, kind of like the one in Men of War actually. But anyway, so yeah, speaking of which, we'll just have a look to see what they're producing. So it looks like we're going to get good old standard. Okay, so first they're going to go with field engineers, and they're going to go with basic rifleman squad. Going to start capturing the first couple of points and all that. Got troops being deployed to the top along with an AT gun, very quick AT gun actually for Hoko Moko. Might just call him Hoko perhaps. Going to be deploying the AT gun, yeah, pretty much just to counter any vehicles that might come through, although might have a bit of a blind spot behind this hilly bit, but what the hell. Yeah, the case has also got infantry coming in, going to be, let's see. What is he going to be training? Yeah, basically more riflemen in his own. Not really seeing anyone building any buildings yet. Ah, here we go, we finally got the first building being built, the barracks by Felix the Cat. So where is he building it? Ah, there we go, building it right there. And yeah, also coming up with more infantry and all that. Not really seeing him deploying his anti-tank guns just yet. A bit of engagement here. For some reason we have a basic engineer of Hoko's being engaged by Felix the Cat there. I'm not really sure what he was doing there to begin with. Maybe he's going to build up some fortifications or something like that. And yeah, speaking of which, we've also got a bit of an engagement here as well. His rifleman a bit out of position. Same with this machine gunner. He's going to get killed off as well. And yeah, these SMG guys are going to get pinned down, most likely killed off as well. It's a bit of a bad engage, but it looks like they're going to be just used as a bit of a decoy so that okay, so I guess so that Hoko can just rush in and capture this top left point as well, just to be a bit of a pest, I suppose. Same time, yeah, those riflemen just going to try to stick where they are. And they probably should have, Hoko probably should have just hidden this guy behind this building, actually. But oh well, what can you do? It's going to be streaming in more troops, and yeah, it's continuing to build up more basic riflemen. Barracks is almost finished for Felix the Cat, so yeah, he'll be able to get more advanced units out quickly. And actually, he did manage to stop this flag from getting captured, so yeah, a bit of a doomed attack there, but at the same time, this midpoint has been captured by Hoko, but at the same time, though, Felix has captured this bottom point, so yeah, it's going to be a relatively even, or at least it would have been if it weren't for the fact that Felix the Cat is not capturing this flag point here, which is rather unfortunate. What can you do? And yeah, do a bit of a hilly engagement here. Got a couple of machine gunners being used against the hell are these guys? So, oh, okay, they're just riflemen, and yeah, they're being pinned down, as you can see. So there you go, they're pinned down so badly, the only thing they can do is just rotate a few degrees here and there. So, well, war is hell, as they say, and when your men are rotating a few degrees here and there, that certainly does highlight the grimness of war. But anyway, so we've also got a bit of an attack by Felix on the right rear flag point, actually, of well, of Hoko, and his Hoko's AT gun was also getting taken out. A bit unfortunate. So mostly, yeah, just SMG. Oh, actually, never mind. These aren't SMGs. I thought they were. Okay, a couple of them SMGs. Yeah, trying to engage, but engine to take out an anti-tank gun, so one could say they paid for themselves. And they also got Hoko to backtrack a bit at the same time, though. And here we go. Hoko is actually building an army barracks in the middle of the map. That's very audacious. One would think he'd build field fortifications instead, but I guess he's not going to. And in fact, Hoko's actually got control of both midpoints, which means he's going to have that much more an advantage when it comes to getting those command resource points and yeah, just capturing flag points as well. As those machine gunners, they're actually doing quite a bit of damage, but the problem is that they're not really meant to be directly engaging infantry like that. So even though they did manage to pin them down pretty badly, they're not still not being able to do too much. And yeah, speaking of which, we've got a bit more of an engagement happening on the hill as well. Got Felix's troops on the left being suppressed a bit. In fact, he's actually going to get himself pinned down between two groups of infantry, one in the middle and one on the bottom as well, by Hoko at the same time there. Do you have a couple of grenades now that are being thrown by Felix? Yeah, it looks like he's just setting up a bit of a front line right next to the hill flag points. The problem is that if he doesn't capture at least one, then yeah, he's mostly going to be screwed when it comes to the long-term game. If he advances maybe with these, what are these, Riflemen, SMGs? Okay, a combination of Riflemen and SMGs, he might just have a point perhaps, but, sorry, have a chance perhaps, but at the moment he's just deciding to hang back, and all this is just buying Hoko more and more time to create more infantry and all of that, and yeah, perhaps even to tech up as well. Speaking of which, what do we have? We've got Army HQ, Barracks for Felix Cat. As for Hoko Moko, we've got, oops. Okay, he's just now building a barracks. Interesting. So it's just been mostly basic infantry, apparently. Oh, okay, so yeah, he's still building the barracks up there. That's the one barracks he was building. And in fact, it might actually be in a bit of trouble because Felix is advancing with his infantry, and if he can take out this barracks building before it's finished construction, that'll be one hell of a victory for him. But the problem is that he is being ambushed by these submachine gunners with their fancy schmancy grenades. But there we go, finally getting counter-grenaded to death there. These guys still hanging back. Don't really know if I really support that. I mean, this flag point is well, almost undefended, and yeah, this flag point is yeah, I suppose it's slightly defended as well. Like we have an anti-tank gun and machine gunner as well, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we do. We have a machine gunner behind that building, so pretty crafty indeed. So, oops, there we go. More basic infantry being built for okay, yeah, for Hoko Moko. Interesting. And yep, he does actually have the barracks building up, so yeah, his infantry might actually take a long time to produce, but the thing is, he's going to have a massive production bonus there, because as soon as his infantry are available, they'll pop straight up out of these barracks and yeah, straight into the field actually, so it'll give them one hell of an advantage. Speaking of which, it looks like these guys have actually managed to do... Wow, they've really managed to keep Felix's troops at bay actually, and Felix is just going to continue suffering. And there we go, he is going to finally mount one hell of an attack, hopefully with his, let's see, what does he have? Combination of riflemen, a couple of submachine gunners, oh no, one submachine gunner actually, and a, okay, bar-equipped guys as well. And they're going to be up against mostly submachine gunners and long-range riflemen. So it's going to be a bit tricky, but given that they're all lowering engagement range, I'm pretty sure that's actually maybe not. Maybe Hoko Moko might lose his guys there unless he actually reinforces. Unfortunately, he's got a barracks building right here. All he has to do is just bring up his reinforcements from the top of his hill all the way down to the bottom, and should be able to stop this flag from being captured. And here we go, here comes the first unit for Felix to try to capture this flag. All of the units have been taken out here, although we do still have Hoko Moko finally sending in more SMGs, or rather one, oh yeah, 3 SMGs, one machine gunner. It's going to be for North though, it's going to be the question. Has managed to hold off any assaults on the right, midpoint as well, but really he should be sending these guys over as well just to help secure this bottom point. Unfortunately, it's going to be too late. Oh well. He has managed to hold on to this top point all this time though, which means his resource generation rate is going to increase, but lo and behold, once we get that camera angle right, whoops, he wasn't quite able to deal with the sudden influx of infantry by Felix. It actually seems like he is attacking from both the middle, bottom, and the top flanks at the same time though. Looks like he's going to... Okay, he's going to be getting his infantry to move rather than to fight. Or to attack move, as it were. Interesting. There was this guy... Okay, demolitions and all that, so... Interesting. He's going to make use of that. So he's not actually going to capture this point. He's going to first flank the AT gun by the looks of it. I'm not sure if I agree with that. I mean, the AT guns in this game don't normally come with HE rounds, unlike, say, Men of War, for example, so it can't actually target infantry directly. But yeah, I guess they're just not going to do that. They're going to go straight for the AT gun. In fact, they're going to go straight for the base as well of Hokomoko, and yeah, they're going to be in range of Hokomoko's fancy schmancy A gun, and yeah, as you can see, it does do quite a bit of damage to these infantry units. Yeah, they're just going to be torn apart, so it's only the best move. And yeah, it's still not sparing even a single guy, so I don't know what the hell that's about. At the same time, they do have a commando, pretty similar to the commando in order to scale from Men of War, I suppose, being used by Hokomoko. He's going to want to double back once he sees the infantry there. Going to recapture his bottom points though, but yeah, I don't know, he's making some interesting decisions there. I mean, we should have allocated more troops towards the bottom. They could have avoided losing that point altogether. And he also needs to watch out, of course, for the group of, let's see, Riflemen and yeah, SMGs of Felix's closing in. Yeah, looks like they're just going to circle in from behind, completely dodging his advancing troops, and then going to decapture his points from behind. Not too shabby. Same time though, if we have a look at... Okay, there we go. Have a look at what Commando unit is doing for Hokomoko. Yeah, looks like he's going to try to advance us off. He's not careful though, he's going to get scouted out by the scout unit though. And he's going to go right next to him. Is he going to do it? Yep, he's going to get spotted, I think. Throwing down what appears to be a smoke grenade. It's okay, he does get the smoke grenade ability. Interesting. And yeah, looks like that Dab guy has left the building, as it were. And yeah, down he goes, taken out by an SMG. SMG guy getting quite a bit of experience on that matter. Speaking of which, Felix has actually managed to capture the rear point of Hokomoko, and he's managed to capture the top point as well, so it certainly took his time. I reckon he could have done a better job just leaving maybe one guy behind to capture this point while sending the rest here. I mean, loss of one troop wouldn't have made that much of a difference, given that they are operating behind enemy territory. They're most likely going to be outnumbered anyway, given the concentration of troops. Speaking of which, what is Hokomoko producing now? Okay, light vehicle yard, and as for Felix... Whoops. Okay, so yeah, Felix is also producing the light vehicle yard, otherwise known as the light ordnance depot. Pretty fancy indeed. We finally got Hokomoko sending some troops in. Looks like a machine gun. Okay, yeah. Machine gunner with a couple of riflemen and SMG guys. Actually, wow, managed to wipe out that. Okay, never mind. That's... Huh. Wow, they moved pretty quick, it seems. Okay, then I think I had a bit of a lapse of attention there, because apparently this squad moved very quickly all the way down to this bottom point. Okay, they must have gone over the hill to avoid them. So yeah, Felix being very annoying with his troops, to say the least. He's forcing Hokomoko to come back with more troops, but at the same time though, Felix's own troops are pinned down pretty badly actually. He's going to want to send in reinforcements in the form of machine guns, that sort of stuff, and yeah, these guys are getting pinned down as well, so it looks like they're not going to be going anywhere. For a bit of time, they managed to capture quite a bit though. Hokomoko only just now managing to capture his points, and Hokomoko is finally taking a note from Felix's book. He's going to actually be yeah, capturing one of his rear points at the same time too. Speaking of which, it looks like the light ordnance depot is let's see, where the hell is it? Okay, it's still being constructed for Felix actually. Interesting. So there you go, a whole bunch of SMG guys, but because we have long range riflemen and the machine gunner attacking them, managing to pin them down, as you can see, they're going to suffer quite a bit. And yeah, looks like Hoko has managed to... The hell? Self-destruct? It's interesting, I didn't know they could have self-destruct in this game. Interesting. Well, in either case, yeah, Felix is going to recapture its point. But at the same time, though, if you noticed, throughout this game, Hoko has managed to hold on to these midpoints for But I'd say yeah, for most of this game actually. So what can you do? Felix's vehicle depot is still not up though, as for Yoko... Oh, okay, should I say not Yoko. His vehicle depot is almost up as well, so yeah, they're going to come down pretty much at the same time though, and from what I can see, yeah, they both just seem to be building basic infantry types, with the exception of Felix. He's actually going to be saving up resources a bit, probably because of all the command that he actually lost in building up all those reinforcements. And yeah, we'll also change the icon settings as well, just so that well, we can see more of the troops and all that from a longer distance away. And there we go, a bit more of an engagement happening on the right here. Felix probably should be really allocating his troops maybe to help the top assault, maybe putting in a couple of machine gunners just to help defend here. Which, wow, Hoko's troops are actually getting pinned down rather badly. Wow, who'd think? So Felix might just be able to recapture this point once again. Speaking of which, this isn't a very optimal formation for Felix either. If you notice, his troops are spread out, but they're mostly being attacked from this angle, so not all of their troops are being able to engage, but at the same time though, Hoko is yeah, being able to engage with his own troops. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a close back and forth battle, and from what I can see, Hoko... Actually no, Hoko probably won't be able to penetrate too deeply, but unless Felix redeploys his troops, facing them in a line like this is yeah, definitely not going to help his chances, that's for sure. But what the hell, Felix has captured the top mid flag point. He just needs to focus more so on redeploying these guys into a bit of a better line formation, perhaps this way, just to well, yeah, just to face up against these paltry amount of troops that Hoko's sending. They're just completely decimating his troops because of positioning. Kind of ridiculous, really, but oh well, there you go. Positioning pretty important, especially in a strategy game such as this one. But oh well, what can you do? Can do is I suppose we can watch the action unfold. Speaking of which, there we go, finally Felix has actually redeployed all of his troops. Looks like he's redeploying them into a line formation. Hoko's saying well done. And okay, I think I can see why. It looks like his base is going to be in quite a bit of trouble. All Felix needs to do, of course, is to redeploy these guys. Probably should be putting them really to fight mode rather than to move. But then again, I suppose if he flanks from in the rear... But then again, I mean, he's only going to be flanking a few troops. I don't really think that the manoeuvre is going to be worth that. Speaking of which, do we have the vehicle yard up for Felix the Cat? He's actually going to be going for a half-track, most likely for the supply and the machine gun support, as well as a Greyhound and a Scott of all things as well. And as for Hokomoko, he's just going to be going for half-tracks, so he's going to get beaten rather soundly by light vehicles of Felix, it seems. And yeah, Felix is actually still not putting his troops on fire. He's actually putting them on move of all things. Wow, and they're just going to get kited by that half track. But the damage has been done though. I mean, he has managed to capture the rear point. He's got a bit of a foothold, and he still has the a top mid point as well. It looks like Hoko's attack on the bottom point has been repelled. And wow, this Greyhound managing to do quite a bit of damage. It probably doesn't want to be that close, actually. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's right. That's Felix's Greyhound. Still it's a bit close though to these guys. Yeah, certainly going to want to get his out of there. And he actually did manage to destroy. I should have probably watched out for what he was destroying, but oh well. Didn't destroy production facility. Probably just destroyed a must have been a supply depot perhaps, or a supply storage shed, as it were. Interesting. Oh, that's right. These barracks provide supply as well. Well, there you go. And there you go, it actually got Hoko mounting a bit of a counter-attack at the same time though. We do have the Greyhound incoming, got the this what is this, just a half-track? Yeah, just a half-track coming in as well, just to resupply our Greyhound and also to provide a bit of fire support. Actually, if we just have a look for Felix... okay, yeah, it doesn't really resupply that much. Probably be better off put his guy just a little bit more forward, and lo and behold, that's what he's going to do. In fact, I think he's actually pushing his... wow, I think he was actually pushing his Greyhound in order to do that, and yeah, now his infantry going to have that pretty hefty boost. The bottom point has also been captured. It looks like Felix is first going to set up a bit of a front line here, and then I guess he's just going to do a bit of a just a forward push there from what I can see, although... oh, just have to see what happens. He's also forming up another front line here. He's going to be capturing, or rather should I say, taking out barracks as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it for Hoko, it seems, unless if he can pull out a miracle, which doesn't seem to be too likely. I mean, he's just got standard stuff so far. He does have a few machine gunners as well as AA guns in his base and all that, as well as half-tracks even, but this single Greyhound, provided it's actually attacking, yeah, it's actually going to, it's going to attack the AA gun, I suppose that's alright, is, what the hell, I think I saw something on the mini-map, but anyway, it's one of those bugs in the game, unfortunate, but anyways, yeah, he's going to be attacking those sorts of units just as well. And not to mention, Felix is also flanking in from the bottom right of Hoko's base as well, so interesting stuff there indeed. So yeah, it looks like his units flying around the minimap for whatever reason, and yeah, he says 0.85, which is the latest version of the TA Spring engine, might have messed something up, which is most likely the case. Rather unfortunate, but oh well, what can you do? What can you do? I actually like the way that shows what infantry types and vehicle types you have there. Anyway, as for Hoko, yeah, he's going to pretty much get taken out. It's got a nice little line formation being used here. I think Felix probably just wants to put these guys into a bit of a fight stance, or yeah, just get them to move forward and, well, basically attack move, but they call it fight in this game. Just so that, you know, they can all engage at the same time there, otherwise, yeah, we just mostly got a bit of a stalemate at the moment. That's what the hell. And Hoko asking about tanks, let's have a look. Does he have tanks? Nope, he doesn't. Well, the light vehicle yard should be able to make tanks at all. I mean, it can make the Scots, but that's not really a tank. That's a... Wait a minute, it says infantry support tank. Well, that's rather bizarre. I could swear that it's actually meant to be a... I thought it's meant to just qualify as a light vehicle. I mean, surely... I think that's a infantry support tank. Oh, that's interesting. I could swear that its armor values are a bit different from Menavor as well. Well, there you go. Maybe it's not such a bad tank after all. And... wow, they're just flying out into the corner of the base. It's kind of funny to watch. There we go. Looks like this infantry support tank then, I suppose. I should be able to, yeah, finish off Hoko's base pretty quickly. But we should be going for those half-tracks as well, actually, rather than peppering them with small arms fire. I mean, that's the sort of thing that is protected the best against, but oh well. And yeah, we just got half-track spam, actually, which is kind of funny. But at the same time, though, these Scots are, yeah, just going to take out these half-tracks just like that. These half-tracks, I'm pretty sure, maybe they are equipped with 50 cals. Not sure, actually. Well, in either case, they'll die very quickly to the Scots, which actually could do with some resupply, actually. Just get its way over to the this half-track controlled by Felix, but I guess it won't then. Not what the hell, I mean, they'll blow up his building soon enough anyway. And speaking of which, he's going to send over, yep, he's going to send over his half-track to most likely supply that, and yeah, there goes Hoko Moko. So yes, a bit of swinging back and forth, and yeah. Hope you liked this game as well. Hope you liked the various changes I made to the, oh, make sure not to get too close to the action there, in case it was too loud, but anyway. Yeah, I had a bit of back and forth action, all that, and yeah, hopefully these tweaks should be able to make it look pretty nice to watch, hopefully. But anyway, until next time, this has been Dame Dudovich, signing off.